It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What is that? 19! Good track, good track!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 30 on second down, Watson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play that time for the Rams. 43 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same.
Touchdown, L.A. N'Keal Harry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Awards Show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think?
I would agree with you, and the reason why?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But
and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Give him 32 on the play. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 6 yards away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here. But
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Watch the screen.
Murray now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on third down. Watson airing it out deep for Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Runner, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Cut. Ready, go.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
49ers nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Set. 19. 19, Mike 10. Woo-hoo.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your dead. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
This is fielded at the 27.
Let's go, baby.
1st and 10. At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Here we
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. First down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
We own them. We own them. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. And what?
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's Murray, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Extra point right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, we gotta get to that. Mike over there. All that. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On third down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
The three straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going for it. It's Murray. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Got it! Mike 9! 66, bullet, ha! Thank you! I'm coming for you! You mine! Bang, 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 bang! Bang!
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Single.
Second and 9 at the 14-yard line.
On second and 9, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw is Watson. The open man is Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And that's caught by Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check three.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
No chance. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw in Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tony Pollard, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go play action here on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Hunt. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, QB, come on.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll toss it to Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On the run, this is Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got you, boy. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Intercept, baby. All day.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray now to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Carlson now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Niners take over at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Watson. It's caught. Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Watson. And he's got Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Watson now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Sets up a third down and 18.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. One last throw here for Watson. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Niners, this will mark an unlucky loss number 13 for them. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt. And for Charles